Hello all, I am Maria and this is my channel, Ali Juno's Crafty Corner. It is a Stitch With Me day. Not been that long since I did my last one, but it's still been a bit. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you very much. If you're a new viewer, I hope you enjoy the Stitch With Me today. We are working on the long dog sampler called Soucis, and I am using Silks for You variegated thread. I am stitching on 28 count easy grid fabric. Today is October the 2nd. It is currently 5 p.m. I go to work this evening, but I figured I'd see if I could try to get a video in just to kind of update everybody on how things are going, because it's been a very stressful year. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Normally, for my projects, I start out with, depending on where I'm at, I normally just kind of start out and just don't really tie off or anything like that. I just kind of stitch over my stitches. I don't know what these stitches are called, but okay, so let's go into life. Last time I was talking to you guys, is not right. Hold on. There we go. I think I got it. I was talking about going into the Navy, having to get in before a certain time frame because the max age is 42. I am still in waiting mode, but I am closer. I have been to maps. I did do the duck walk. If anybody knows what that is, it's where you have to squat down on your toes and then proceed to walk like 5 to 6 steps forward, heel toe, turn around and walk 5 steps back, heel toe, and then turn around one final time and then stand without falling over, without using anything to support yourself. You know, can't use your hands to help you stand up. I was a bit worried about the duck walk. As I wasn't sure I could do the duck walk. Because squatting was not squatting was not easy. So I started practicing the duck walk, and I overdid it. I practiced, I work at Walmart as an overnight stalker, so I started squatting to put product away and staying in that position for way too long, holding the product, which some of it can weigh pretty decent. And then I'd turn around and proceed to duck walk away from where I was just squatting at with no release. And I did that for like 2 days straight, for the whole 8-hour shifts. I ended up getting a shin splint. and had to take a couple of days off work to, well, I got the shin splint. I went to work, worked 2 days, was in excruciating pain, took the night off, worked 2 more days, started bothering me all over again, had 2 days off, was much better, but started acting up again when I went back to work. So I talked to the boss man, and I was able to get a day off in the middle of the week, and then my MEPS was coming up the next week, and he let me go ahead and have the one of the days off, that because I was already scheduled off for the other, but he let me go ahead and have another day off, so I had a week of no work to let the shin splint completely heal, which thankfully it was all healed by the time it was time to go in and do the exercise. So I did have a few waivers that they had to do for the medical. There was an old, at the beginning of the year, I had somehow sprained my ankle and ended up in the emergency room and whatnot. So I had to get a waiver saying that my ankle was not bothering me anymore. And then I had to get a waiver because last year when we were looking to buy houses, I had started going to go see a therapist just to kind of talk about stress-related issues, you know. I have a tendency to bottle everything up and not talk to anybody. And then you don't really, you know, want to talk too much about your family when, you know, they might be the ones, some of the reason why you're wanting to, you know, de-stress. But the problem was, in the paperwork that they filled out, they had put down depression and anxiety. Which anxiety, yes, I have anxiety. But I'm not sure why they put depression, because I don't feel like I was depressed. I was just super stressed, as buying a house makes anybody. But we got those 2 waived, and now the waiver I am waiting on is the waiver for my DD-214, because I don't have one. They are not able to find my DD-214 anywhere. I have went into like the National Archives. There's no DD-14 on file for me, so we had to put in a waiver, a written waiver for my re-enlistment. I'm in the right spot. I'm not in the right spot. Second here. Yeah, I am. It looks like y'all gonna watch me frog. But yeah. So I talked to the recruiter yesterday. He reached out asking about some speeding tickets that I had. And that he needed the dates of the speeding tickets that I had. Which, one of them was in 2007. I don't remember the exact month, but I remember I was about 6 or 7 months pregnant with my son. So I kind of gave him an estimation date. And then, no. When you do that, you gotta pull pull your thread and you accidentally start, you just pull part of the thread instead of the entire thread. I'm not sure I can salvage this. Is it? Yeah. Knew it was going to do that. Oh well. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I knew I was pregnant with my son. And he was I was about 6 or 7 months along. That's about all I remembered. Love when you make mistakes like this. Okay. We'll go back a little more so I can end my thread. And then he wanted to know about the speeding ticket I got in Illinois a couple of years ago. And that one, I don't recall that much information on it. That was, we had got a rental car to, I think, to go pick up Knox. Down here. I think I go up here. Give me just a second here. I'm trying to figure out where I was. Alright, so we're just going to do a couple pin stitches to finish this off. Normally I do a loop stitch, but it wasn't coming up, so it'll be fine. I have a thread back here in the back. I will go back there later, and I will pull that underneath some threads. Just a second, I need to cut this off because it's all wore out and yucky. I think it'll work for nothing. We're just going to switch sides. Alright. But yeah, he was wanting information about the Illinois trip, but I didn't really remember much about the trip. I remember renting a car to go down there. And we ended up accidentally taking the wrong turn, and I ended up off the main highway. So I was on a back road, which was 55 instead of 65, and I was going 75. So I got that ticket, and but I couldn't remember when I got that ticket. I remember she was 17. So I'm like, I know the year should have been 2020. And I'm thinking it was around October, November time frame. maybe September. I don't remember. I apologize to him because I was like, I don't really remember. There we go. Now I'm back on track. But he said that this information was required and we should know something soon. So hopefully I have maybe another week's wait. Because I would really, really like to know where and what's going on next. Because Walmart is not my plan to stay. This was just a temporary thing, and I've been there 3 months now. Working overnights is not the greatest. Just feel like I lose my entire day because I get home at 9 a.m. I get home at 7 a.m. and I'm just so tired, wore out. I lay down and then I sleep till 1 or 2, depending on how tired I am. Because if I don't sleep till 1 or 2, then I have to lay down in the middle of the day, around no later than 7. Get a few more hours sleep, otherwise I can't function. Well, I can function. I just get real tired and yawn continuously all night, and that bothers me. I don't like it. So, that's where I am on the military. Which, it's not very much further than the last time I talked to you guys. Still in waiting mode. Oops, wrong spot. But it's all good. Mom is, my mother, has been living with us. She is working. And she should hopefully be getting find out if she gets approved for the apartment she applied for, and if she can move out soon. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know she'll probably be happy to be back in her own place. She tends to keep the dishes going. I pretty much cleaned up most of the time. But it's always like every time she'll do the dishes, then somebody will bring dishes out of their room or out of their location. It's time to wake up. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. And then, so, yeah, sorry, I got spaced on what I was talking about when the alarm went off. We've had a few calls recently. Somebody has been calling the dog catcher, the Dog Humane Society or something like that on us here recently, saying that my dogs are barking at all hours of the night, which is absolutely impossible because we always have them in at night, and we normally bring them in around 9:30, 10-ish, if not earlier. We might let them out one more time, depending on what time they come in. If they don't come in till around 11, we don't normally let them out again, because we let them out around as soon as I get off from work in the mornings. So they normally go out at 7 in the morning. But hold on. Where am I? Okay, yeah. But we normally bring them in every night and then let them out, in the morning. We don't let them stay out all night long. But supposedly, somebody has been reporting that my dogs are out all night and they bark all night long. Which I really don't understand, because we're not the only one with dogs in my area. Like, my neighbor has 3 huskies. The neighbor behind me raises bullies. He has like 6 or 7 dogs, not including when he has puppies. Now Benji barks a decent amount during the day because he sees people. And there's a person behind him, like there's the neighbor behind us. Benji hates him. He will bark at him like crazy anytime he sees him. I think he's done something to him, because Benji's not like that with anybody. But yeah, and I'm sitting there like, okay, well, give me the time frames that they're supposedly barking, and I can show you. Uh-oh. Why'd that go off? Hold on. My camera just stopped. There we go. I don't know what happened there. It just decided. It unregistered on me. Hold on. Technical difficulties. And it's not giving me the option to register it. Okay, so this is gonna have to end. Streaming.
But I wanted to show you my haircut.
Well, you can show the group. Alright, this is not working. Alright.
Oh, cute. I think she cut me, but it's fine. I think her razor is dull. Yeah. So if you can see this.
A little.
Just a little. Looks cool. She was a great conversationalist, so it made up.
Oh, that's good. Alright, so I am having massive technical difficulties here. This is not letting me fix it. I don't know what happened. It just stopped. And it's not giving me the option to... Okay. Yeah, okay. That was great. Not sure what's going on. Try a different one real quick. It is not letting me access this anymore. Okay. have it here, but I don't have my other screen that I normally have. Okay, I don't know. Came back. I'll finish my story and I'll probably call it technical difficulties. Okay. But yeah, so I told the dog person, you know, give me a time frame of where they're barking. I have a camera in my backyard that I can show that there is like no movement in the backyard, and it triggers Benji for sure, and sometimes it'll trigger Ruby, but normally if Ruby and them are barking, it's because Benji is barking and pacing. And then when we let them out at 7 in the morning, I always make sure that they are not barking. For one, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. My room is right connected to the backyard, so if they did start barking, it would affect me. So it's like, I'm not going to let them bark. I get up and I go make sure that they're, you know, quiet down. If they do bark, it's not even for a minute. Maybe 2 if it takes me that long to get out the door. But the first time they showed up, like, Benji's didn't even bark at them when they showed up. Like, this strange person is in the yard and he did not bark at him. Not once. And the dude was like, very nice and calm. The second time he showed up, I wasn't actually home, but I was able to watch the interaction through the ring, through my doorbell. So I got to see it and everything he said. He's like, he showed up and he goes, hi, I got a call, I have to show up. You can tell he did not believe for 1 second that it was my dogs causing the issue. But if they're called on and they have to go and they can't tell us who called, which is agitating, but I understand. It's just like, why? Leave me alone. But, yeah. So. Shadow! Is that my shadow? I hear a Ruby. Alright, so I am about to end my stitch. I'm going to show y'all how I end my stitch. We're going to go ahead and zoom on in so you can actually see me do it. Okay. So, I am right here. I did my original leg, which I cross to, my first cross is from the bottom right to the top left. But if you cross yours from the bottom left to the top right, or from the top right to the bottom left, or bottom left to the top right, then you would do that stitch first. Then you're going to go up your hole like you're going to do your next stitch, but you're going to go down that same hole because I'm using 1 thread and I'm going to do the loop method bind off, or loop end method. So you go back down, go down, go here, and then you go up the hole and don't pull all the way through. So now you have a loop. And you take your needle through the hole that you made. And then you pull it. And there's your loop and your little knot. And you go back down under. And then you can go up the same stitch you just did, or you can go one stitch over, depending on the colors of the thread near you. And then when you come up, you're going to go up under that X. You're going to want to grab the fabric when you go through. Normally you can feel it grab the fabric. And then you just pull through. And if you're not confident you've got a good stitch, you can go up another one and do it again. So you feel like you've actually grabbed a chunk of fabric. And then you come back up. And then you can sit there and like double check yourself, you know, kind of tug on your stitch, see if you feel like it's going to come up and come out. There we go. And we finished my little motif. There we go. It's a little pretty little motif. Uh-oh. There we go. So, come on, pull on out. Alrighty. So this is what it looks like solidly. I'll go ahead and move this up out of the way so you can see the bottom corner. It actually got everything connected. I was so happy that it all connected. So that meant that I was in the right areas, which I know I have errors over here in this section, but I was able to work them out, work it so you can't, there's no telling that there's an error there. I don't even think you could pinpoint it even if you knew the pattern, but yeah. Let's see, like that. There we go. I am 58% done with this project. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this for now. It's not a very long video, but I think it is longer than my other ones. But I'm going to go relax, grab some supper, and get prepared to go to work tonight. Yay! Yay, I have a job, but alrighty guys, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. Sorry for the technical difficulties towards the end here. And hopefully, I think I've got a good setup now for streaming. I've rearranged things. I've gotten to a new location. I think this is a different location from where I streamed the last time. Pretty sure it is. But I really like the setup. I think it worked out really well. So hopefully I will be doing more Stitch With Me's. I'm going to try to do one once a week, at least until I know what's going on with the Navy. On whether that's going to happen or not. And then if I get a ship date, then we'll go from there. Alright, thank you everybody. I appreciate y'all, and I hope everybody has a very good day. Happy stitching. Bye everybody.